which is a courageous finish. I invite family commentator Anthony Sum.
The television cameras captured every agonizing inch as college student Julie Moss dragged herself toward the finish line. It was a defining moment for both Julie and the Ironman race, one comprising a 3.8-kilometer swim, a 180-kilometer bike, and a 42-kilometer marathon run, all packed into half a day. 21 years later, Julie still recalls the details as she prepares to celebrate Ironman's 25th anniversary. Toastmaster evening, fellow Toastmasters and friends. Julie Moss's first Ironman was in 1982 in Hawaii, her most recent in 1997. She has spent all but one October in Kona in Hawaii for the past 21 years, watching that sunrise and waiting for the sound of the cannon. Half of those years as a competitor, and the other half anxiously supporting family and friends. In the winter of 1981, Julie Moss was in her senior year of college, majoring in physical education. As with all her schoolwork, Julie likes to procrastinate till the very last minute. She rationalizes that she performs better under pressure. The vivid details of the actual Ironman race was that of this melted Snickers bar that was too messy to eat and had to be tossed away, and of the blistering winds that were blowing across at the competitors over the other side of the road. Julie was the second or third woman into the run transition. That meant dismounting off the bike and gearing up for the run in triathlon speak. By the marathon leg, Julie had assumed the lead. Up to that point, she had hooked up with an Australian male competitor and used him as a pacer to stay in the lead. Together, the both of them developed a non-verbal bond that was universal in endurance events. However, in the final 10 kilometers of the marathon, Julie hit the wall and some serious breakdown was starting. She had to struggle from aid station to aid station. The food that she was consuming could hardly give her any energy. All Julie could do was to focus on her legs and of Kathleen, her nearest rival, coming closer. She knew she was within half a mile of finishing. It was there that at that point that her legs first buckled. Julie was reduced to managing a crisis. There was no pain involved, just panic. She wanted to win with whatever she had left. Julie formed a tripod with her arms outstretched. She placed all her weight on her arms to take the weight off her legs. She was almost up, but then down again she went. She fell onto her back, rolled over, feeling all confused and frustrated. She wanted to run, but down she went yet again. Julie could feel many arms around her as she was trying to get up. She pushed them away, signaling that she does not want their unsolicited help, that she was trying to honor the rules of the race. That meant no assistance. By that point, Julie was just 100 feet away from the finish line. It seemed so near, but yet so far. She even waved off her mother's sweet gesture of holding out flowers for her. Such was the state of stupor she was in. Julie's only option then was to stay on the ground and crawl slowly and painfully. She managed to make it to just 20 feet of the finish. In her mind's eye, she was making good progress. But in actual reality, it was a much more painful and difficult situation. While Julie was crawling slowly, she could sense feminine legs pass her. Yes, her closest rival Kathleen had passed Julie in the final meters of the race. Julie was disillusioned and devastated. While she was dragging herself painfully across, Kathleen had bounded toward the finish, leaving poor Julie crawling on the pavement for a second place finish. Yes, there was disappointment in the outcome, but certainly no dissatisfaction in her performance. Julie Moss had to dig deep inside to find out what she was made of. That experience in itself is more and much larger than winning the Ironman can have. The same sentiment that has been repeated to Julie over and over again was this message. I watched you crawl to the finish of the Hawaii Ironman, and you are the reason that I am in the sport today. It often fills Julie with happiness to know that someone saw something in a race that made them motivated enough to want to achieve something on their own. Julie believes that the Ironman is more than a long race set in a beautiful but hostile environment. The Ironman is a rare opportunity for an individual human spirit to embrace the godlike spirit found deep within us. In a way, it is a catalyst for change. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish this true life story of Julie Moss's courageous finish at the Hawaii Ironman not only entertained, but motivated us to achieve seemingly challenging goals and aspirations. Back to you, Toastmaster AP2.